my name is Lila, and I am here with.
Lizzie from Teens in Trouble.
Today, we are going to do another episode in the Another CD in the Wall interview series. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for
Great.
having me.
Yes, I was so excited when Henry nominated you.
Yeah, I guess I should also
It's like,
thank Henry for nominating
yeah,
me.
let's get into it. We have 15 questions, and the last question is a bonus one. Question one: what would you want your fans to know about you and your band?
I guess I would want my fans to know that Teens in Trouble likes to rock. We're a self-described indie rock music for dog people, although we like cat people also. But it was just, I think I came up with that because someone asked what kind of music we played, and I wanted to come up with something that was more memorable than indie rock music.
Love it. It's very memorable. I like how you have it on your Instagram bio too for dog people. Do you have a dog?
I do. His name is Malkin. He's like a miniature pincher mix, and I've had him since he was a puppy, and he's 16 and a half now.
Oh, is he the cover of one of your singles? I think I
He's
may have
actually on a
seen.
lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, for people who are looking closely, he's on our Santa Monica 7-inch cover. He's on he's on the cover of What's Mine, and also the single. There he
Okay.
is. He's on the single image for "You Don't Want to Mess with Me." He's on the split with Desert Mambas, and I think that's it.
So he's like an honorary member of Teens in Trouble too.
Yeah, yeah. He's my muse.
I love that. Question two: what's the story behind your band name, Teens in Trouble?
It's an unremarkable story, I'll have to say. I started this project in 2015, and I was thinking of names for the project. It started as my solo project, but I didn't want it to be my name in case I wanted to step away from it. But in coming up with names, my husband came up with, he was like, "What about Teens in Trouble?" And I'm like, "That's a stupid name." And then after like sitting with it for a while, I was like, actually, it's kind of cool. So that's how it stuck.
I think your husband made a great name out of that. I
I
like
know
that.
he probably should be getting royalties.
It feels very like indie rock. So I
Yeah.
think it's a great name for it, yeah. Question three: what do you usually come up with first, melody or lyrics?
Um, let's see. I think it depends sometimes. Like I think, for instance, with the song Brave, I think I came up with melody first for the chorus. And then the words started coming to me as I was like humming that melody more. But there are other songs like You Don't Want to Mess with Me. The thing I came up with first for that was the opening guitar riff. And like didn't even have lyrics for that yet. But I was like, this guitar part's cool. And then like just kept playing it until I came up with a vocal melody, and then I had lyrics for it. So it just depends on like what comes at the time. And sometimes there's a song idea that I'm immediately excited about in terms of like the lyrical content. If I have lyrics that I feel strongly about, I will find a way to build a song off that. But then other times, like with "You Don't Want to Mess with Me," it's just a really cool guitar part.
You Don't Want to Mess with Me is one of my faves of that album. What's
Thank
mine?
you.
It's a great one. And it's so fun to hear live as well.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much.
And another interesting thing, like about your lyrics, they're so raw and just like you say things that we don't hear in normal songs, and I love that too. It's an interesting writing process. Like I like you bring up like carry the one, like a math analogy. It's cool. It's really cool.
Thank
I
you. I
love that.
hadn't even thought
Yeah.
about that. Like, to me, a lot of the songs I write are things that have happened to me in real life. So to me, I sometimes feel like the the lyrics or the what the song's about is very typical, for a lack of a better term, because I'm like, oh, these are just things that have happened. But I do also like finding humor in some stuff. So like, Sharon, which is about my therapist literally ghosting me, which is a true story. The lyrics are true, but then, the humor in it is like, well, let's actually do the math of like what does this mean? Or like things with like Awkward Girl where it is about a true feeling for me, but like how do I make this kind of funny?
I love it there. I love it. Also with like Sharon, I was listening to it and I realized I like how you put like when you have one earbud in, you only hear you singing, and then when you put both in, you hear the music too. It's cool how you
Oh yeah.
switch that up. Yeah. It's a cool listening
Yeah,
experience and realize it.
our friend Ryan Paris mixed that. So I thought that was a cool choice too.
So, question 4. What's your favorite album cover?
My favorite album cover. I guess it would have to be I'd have to say the cover of What's Mine. It's just like full of a lot of different elements. And I do love the art style. It's sort of whimsical, and it was this person that I found on Instagram. Her name's Celine. And I just like fell in love with her art style. And with What's Mine, I feel like the album is a collection of a lot of different aspects in my life. And it's hard to distill into like one image, I think. So I sent her the record and asked if she was interested in putting together art for it. And I kind of left it open ended. I was like, do whatever feels right with the songs. And, they're, I feel like she's the only one who could come up with like what the album art ended up being. And she said she came up with it just from listening to the music. I only gave her like a few guidelines, which is my dog had to be in it. I wanted a party shrimp on it, like, or maybe I think I said I wanted a shrimp with on a plate, and she decided to have the shrimp with a party hat, so now we call it party shrimp. I think those were like my only two guidelines, but then she has like the crying girl. I guess there are like some sad songs. I really like the house with the egg on it for no reason. It's just like a mishmash of like random things, but I feel like it's a collection of themes, which is what the album is to me. So
I love it. I love when you have an album cover and you can look at it and it takes a while to like really catch all of the details on the album cover. It makes it like a fun experience, especially as someone who collects physical media, to have an album like that. You can really look at
yeah,
it. It's fun. I
thank
love it.
you.
Of course. Question 5. What are your top favorite songs at the moment?
Let me actually pull up my playlist of stuff that I listened to recently because there's quite a bit. I will say like when I get like attached to a song, I end up putting it or like using it in some way with a post. So I feel like I'm like looking at my Instagram post recently and just like seeing some of the songs I used. So there's a song by Vegas. I don't know actually how to pronounce their name, but there's a song called When It's Gone. That's really awesome. Class Historian by Broncho. That's a song I've been really into lately. It's just like, uh, it's just very exciting and driving and very catchy. You'll have to play it to understand.
Yeah, I never heard of them.
Um, yeah, and then the song "Beanie" by Chazille I've been listening to. So those are just a few new songs I've recently discovered that I really like. But I just answered this question for someone else recently, but and I was talking about how I was listening to Pinkerton again by Weezer, which happens every now and then. So I mean that's a collection of a lot of top songs that I really like. So of all time, like I think I mentioned this before, but like Weezer has set a lot of like what I know about songwriting and like how I approach songwriting, or like things that I sort of gravitate to in like songs that I like. So
Definitely hear Weezer like influence in your
yeah.
music. Yeah. I could totally see you guys collabing if somehow that would come about. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. If
Rivers,
Weezer
are you
keeps in
listening
trouble.
to this podcast? Please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Question 6. What's your favorite music genre?
Ooh, I like to joke about it because it's such a funny like way to talk about music, but I like guitar-based rock music. I don't know, like just like how electric guitar sounds, and that's why I started listening to rock music and why I wanted to learn how to play guitar. And a lot, I guess, a lot of the music I've been listening to has been more '90s based rock, especially when thinking about songs and like songs that have inspired me to write. uh, I know we talked about like early Weezer, but like listening to like Pixies and like Guided by Voices, like I like a lot of fuzzy guitar and sort of like raw sounding rock.
I can picture like when you said Pixies, like the beginning of "Where Is My Mind." I feel that like fuzziness that you said with the guitar,
Yeah.
yeah. And I also thought
Yeah,
of like
yeah. It's just
the
like
be
an
yeah,
earworm.
yeah, and like the pre-chorus of Buddy Holly when they just
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that guitar part. Yeah, those are the parts that I think of
Yeah.
when I hear the fuzzy guitar and the electric guitar too.
Yeah, there's definitely like when we it's funny like sometimes we'll reference songs when we're recording and we'll be like make it sound like, and I wouldn't say we have like a ton of shared language. Like I'm not really I'm like a vibes based musician. Like I don't have a lot of knowledge around like music theory or the technicality of music, but I know what makes me feel good. Um, and when we talk about songs when we're working on them in the studio, we'll reference other songs like, oh, make it Weezer in the garage, or like, make it like Green Day this, or like, we kind of use that as our like reference points when we're talking about it.
I totally get like the vibes thing versus the technicality. Sometimes you can get too bogged down in that if you are focused on that. And I can hear it actually, like the vibes and the happy music. You make music that like makes people want to move, which is really,
Oh,
really
that's
important.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, I
I
mean
love
like
it.
with You Don't Want to Mess With Me, like I came up with that guitar part, but um I don't know what chords I'm playing. Like when I was writing it, I was like, that sounds cool. And then I had to like look at what I was um playing on guitar and then like look up like on a reverse chord finder like what I was playing. And like I think one of them wasn't like really a traditional chord, and then when we were in the studio recording it, they're asking me what key it was in and like what chords I was playing. I was like, I don't know, it's this one.
It's a great song, and like all of the chord progression in that song. You don't want to mess with me. It's like that power has that fuzziness that you said with the electric guitar, and it's like it's vibrant. It makes you want to move, and I love
Yeah,
that.
and
It's very
and I'm glad
energetic.
you like picked that up too, because when we were making What's Mine, like and we were recording it, I felt like I wanted the music to make me move. So when we were playing it in the studio, I would like bob my head up and down while we were playing. And if the song didn't make me feel like I wanted to do that, then we had to like make it do that somehow.
We're at the Bone Strutter shows you opened for that I went to, I would see people, even if they didn't know your music, moving. And
I
sometimes the
thought that
people
was
just,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, sometimes the people just stand still in a crowd, but like you really got them moving, even if they don't know the songs. It's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
no, it's a hard thing to do for sure, and like especially when like someone's watching you for the first time. So it was really cool to see that, even if they were just hearing the song for the first time.
I love it. Question 7 now. What's your least favorite music genre?
My least favorite, that's a good question. Because I feel like when I listen to music, if something comes on and I'm not really into it, it just depends. It's not really tied to a certain genre. Because I like a lot of all kinds of music, especially growing up. Like my parents listened to a lot of like they listened to everything from like classical music to Motown to classic rock, and so I feel like I've gained a lot of appreciation for different kinds of music through them. I guess I would have to say like if something, there's like experimental music that I don't know. It's weird because like obviously with like the songs that I write, they're more like it's a very standard structure. There's like that's the verse, that's the chorus, and then there's other songs that like maybe don't have that kind of format, and sometimes they're harder to follow. But there are some artists that do that very well. Like I really like the band Slint. I don't know if you know them, but they're sort of like I don't even know what to describe them as. They're like post punk, more avant garde in a certain way. There's no, this is the chorus of the song. It just kind of like has its own path. But I don't know. I guess I don't listen to as much like experimental or like noise rock.
Understandable. It's always like what makes you feel, what you relate to too as well with the music. So I
Yeah.
could see how if some people experiment and it works with them, it might not work with the audience if you're listening to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah. Question 8. What's one song you wish you had written?
Oh. Oh. um, Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, how
It's
do you
like
even
the
write a song like that? It's incredible.
that's like the best
There's just
choice. Yeah.
yeah, there's just so many parts, and like there's so many like Queen is like one of my favorite bands, and I know that song has been more commercialized in movies, and like everyone knows that song, but it's just an incredible song. I don't even know how you do that. That song is just like it takes you on this entire journey. What was going on through his brain when he was writing that song? It's cool. Yeah.
It's amazing. When my dad and I listen to music, especially like more modern rock music, and we hear a song that like starts slow and then gets faster, we're like, oh, that's the Queen effect, the Bohemian
Yeah.
Rhapsody effect. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I guess to that point, I mean like it's not something that happens naturally in my brain, but like it's cool when it does come together in a way that makes sense with like again, you don't want to mess with me. I was like, ooh, what if it was like there's this like slow like breakdown part where it gets all kind of like nightmarish, where it's like you don't want to mess with me. But that's as far as I've gotten, I think, with like trying to create more atmosphere.
I love the build up and slow to the intensityness. Yeah. Especially like when you change the theme, like what you're saying, you made it like,
Yeah.
darker or more intense. So, yeah. Question 9. What's one movie you'd love to hear your music in the soundtrack of?
Ooh. I would like to see a version of Ferris Bueller's Day Off with Teens in Trouble music.
That would be cool. I could see that.
Yeah. Or Breakfast Club.
I love The Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Both movies already have great soundtracks, but one can dream.
Yeah. Sprinkle it in there. Sprinkle some
Yeah.
Teens in Trouble in there. Yeah. Maybe someone makes like, when people make like edits online of movies or
Yeah.
TV show scenes, maybe someone should make one with Ferris Bueller's Day
Yeah.
Off with The Breakfast Club with Teens in Trouble music. Editors, if you're watching this. Question 10. What's a band or an artist that you think is very underrated?
A band or artist that I think is underrated. I'd have to say the dreaded Laramie. They're friends of ours who we met in 2024. They're a power pop band based in Nashville, but MC who leads the band is just an incredible shredder. She's so good at guitar, and like having seen them play live a bunch of times, I'm like, more people have to know about the dreaded Laramie, which I think now that's foreshadowing maybe who I might nominate next. But yeah, very underrated. They deserve a lot more.
Henry shouted them out too. So they got
Oh,
two
cool.
shout
Okay,
outs
good.
on the interview
Yeah.
series. Question 11. Who would you most like to collaborate with?
Ooh. So many people. Like without if you mean after Rivers Cuomo. The person I'd like to collaborate with most. I think it'd be cool to do like something more in the garage rock vein. So like I mean, I love the OCs. They're like another one of my favorite bands. Oh, okay. So OCs or John Dwyer. I know he does his own solo stuff too. Or I really love Caroline Rose, and it would be cool to do like more synth pop music. Something I've been thinking about. I also really like JSOM, and I'd love to collaborate with JSOM.
A cool list of people. Question 12. Do you have a dream music festival you'd like to play at?
Ooh, probably Riot Fest.
Right. This.
Yeah.
Question 13. Can you give your fans a hint of what's to come? Maybe about a song title or the vibe of what you've been working on?
Oh, okay. Exclusive content.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we just finished recording our second album, which I'm excited about, and that will be out soon. And I guess, you know, we teased some of those new songs at the Bone Shredder show. One of them was Morning Routine, which is probably one of my top favorites of the new album right now. But also Networking Party, which we played at the planetarium. They're both very different from each other, and I think pretty different from our older, or yeah, I guess our older stuff. I'm just excited about new things that we're trying. out of out of those two new songs, those are probably gonna come out the soonest, but you'll just have to follow us to keep up to date on that.
Very looking forward to it. Do you think those are going to be the two singles off of the next album?
I think so. Yeah.
They sounded great live. I remember them.
Thank you.
But, yeah. Question 14. Where would you like to see Teens in Trouble in the next 3 years?
3 years? Will that be 2029? We want to put out this new record. When that record's out, I do want to tour around it. There's still so many places we haven't played yet. So I'd like to do like a more full national tour, but we also recently played Japan for the first time earlier this year, and it'd be great to play there again after this new record's out. So I guess so. Definitely next year it'd be great to do more touring, play more festivals, and as we've wrapped up recording this record, I've been thinking about new material to write, and something that I'm looking forward to is collaborating more with other artists. Maybe they won't be like Jason or Caroline Rose, but it's really fun to like write music with friends. And we did splits with Bat Boy recently, and we did a split a couple of years ago with Desert Mamba. So I'm kind of interested in just like working with other artists and putting out more releases together that doesn't have to be like a full album. So over the next 3 years, I'm hoping to just keep busy with putting out more songs and playing more shows.
I love that. That's very exciting for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited.
Question 15. What's your dream CD or dream vinyl to add to your collection?
Oh, my dream one. That is a good question. Because weirdly, like I was gonna say, I haven't, even though Pinkerton is my favorite Weezer album, I didn't own it on vinyl until this year, which I got when I was in Japan. So now I crossed that off the list. But what's another one? I guess I'd have to say I don't have the Blue Album on vinyl, so I would get that.
The classic, yeah.
Yeah.
When I asked this question, especially when I was preparing to get to interview you, I was thinking of the playlist music video with all of your friends with the vinyls.
I know. Yeah, when it was really fun to like put together, because then I asked my friends to like make their own video and show their vinyl collection. So it was cool to see like what they had and like where people had the same records. And I saw Henry had Pinkerton in his. I was like, he has that. Like, I need to have that.
It's a really cool music video, especially like as someone who's really passionate about physical media. It's cool to see that and like, to see vinyls or CDs like expressed in that way.
Yeah, it's really cool. I know someone was asking about like they wish they had a list of like all the records that were shown. And I'm like, I need to ask the people who are participating like what all theirs were because I don't even know like every single one that was on there.
I could try to help identify some, but
Yeah,
also, but also like Google Lens. There's a thing on your phone when you like
that's
Google
true.
Lens. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can take
like
a
what are all
screenshot and be
these
like,
records?
yes,
Yeah,
what's this?
but
The artwork where you see like cool artwork
then we could
there.
maybe put it in like the YouTube description so
Yeah.
people can
Just
see.
a long list of them.
Yeah.
Last question. Who do you nominate to answer these questions next?
I will nominate MC from the Dreaded Laramie.
Yes, I'm very excited. Let's go.
Awesome.
And one last thing, do you want to let the viewers know where they can buy or listen to your music?
Yes, they can go to teensinTrouble.net because teensinTrouble.com was too expensive. But on our website, we have everything there, our tour dates, all the links to where you can find our music, whether it's on Bandcamp or on streaming, and all our social links so you can follow us along. We'll be on tour soon, so I'll probably be posting from that. And then hopefully we'll be able to share our next record soon.
And guys, if you're watching this, anybody who's watching this, I highly recommend checking out Teens in Trouble's music and buying a record or two.
Thank
They're
you so
awesome.
much.
Yes, of course. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me. Truly enjoyed it. So much fun. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I'm excited for you to like chat with MC and see how that goes.